You
but
can't
the keyboard
learn. You can't learn
is,
perfect pitch. It's just you have perfect pitch. You don't have perfect
try.
pitch.
All perfect pitch is just hearing a pitch and knowing what pitch it is.
But no, it's a natural ability. You can't have like you either have or you don't.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so natural to me. I just feel like you can have it.
I can't stand you.
But like that's how it feels to me because I know what I'm hearing sometimes and I could sing it back. But it's like, yo, what note is that? Because you can hear them. That's what ear training is.
Yes, you can ear train, but that's not what perfect pitch is. Like people who have perfect pitch, it's a thing. It's like it's like a thing. It's not.
I know. Thing. I hear that.
It's not a thing you grow into.
I hear that. That. But I'm pretty sure on some level, like we all have it. We're just not tapping into ourselves enough.
No, that's not what it is.
And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Me and my friend, Mitch we're gonna get perfect pitch.
Mitch will. That's not how I feel. Anything like it'd be like Mitch could believe that 2 + 2 is 5. He'd be like, no, this is how 2 + 2 works. It's 4. You get 2 over here. You get 2 over here. You got 4. Mitch be like,
that just feels right.
I don't feel like it can't be 5. Like I feel like if you worked hard enough, like you could make it 5. And you'd be like, like you just stare, like you looking at it and like that's not how. Like the concept has nothing to do with how you feel. It doesn't give a damn.
And yet, I just feel people is wrong about that. So like, I'm gonna get it right.
That's insane.
And then we'll see who laughing.
No.
Yes, and then we'll see who laughs laughing.
Okay. If you, Jesus Christ, if you're just tuning in, I'm your host Logan, and this is the Milk and Toast podcast. I'm here with my best friend Mitch and all his feelings. Say hi to the people, Mitch. Sounds like a Naruto villain.
No, I feel like they'd be like she. But anyway,
maybe in like the dub version. So yeah, the sub version. I mean,
she. Oh, that's more of a One Piece thing. I'm sorry, I'm getting across. Naruto's like weird.
Mitch is tired because he spent all night on 420 being high playing video games.
How is that? How is that the fuck you remember when the first thing I told you is I was at school doing piano lessons and then literally rehearsing until almost 11 o'clock.
This is the media. We don't care about your upstanding citizen bullshit. Like this, we are here to paint you in a horrible light.
God damn.
Yeah, that's how fast it happens.
Bro, I'm already like dark skin black. They already do a hella like history did half the pain for these dumbass motherfuckers, and now I got to deal with you.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, this is
cut me my check and kiss my black ass.
You know how much more money you get like just being a black sellout?
Oh man, what? Really? Like sellout? And how do we mean sell? Because we have to be
like
careful,
Candace
right?
Owens.
Okay, that's sellout. Well, yeah, you can't. We can't.
That's sellout.
We can't keep making the black Republicans sellouts.
Candace Owens isn't a sellout.
Okay, well, I'm not like saying that. I'm just saying like I just feel like I do have to be fair, not because I want to, because I definitely don't really line up with Republican ideals or viewpoints in general. Most of them, at least. There's some things there's some conservative ideals that I can get behind maybe and understand. Maybe like a little bit if they're still there. But like Republican, like nah. But nonetheless, we can't keep doing the whole, black Republicans is sellouts.
Why not?
Because like,
explain yourself.
Republicans ain't evil. Like most.
Not?
Yeah, I know, right? Like Mike Huckabee didn't seem like he was evil, but I guess I should look some numbers up. Yeah, what was it? The Republican dude?
Mad evil.
Which one was like there was a nice dude who was kind of like not an asshole entirely. He was just Republican.
Who? I would like to know this man.
I'm pretty sure it was Huckabee.
That's the other thing about Republicans. A lot of them are like the ones that get on TV are like true blue clear assholes, right? But a lot of them like to hide behind like being nice and like still shitting on poor people and black people. Like,
oh, they try to, yeah,
they're like, I'm a nice guy, but you know, I don't see why they can't get a job while I fuck up their community.
Myself with
you know?
decorum. I carry myself with decorum. Therefore, fuck them. It's their fault, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. You know, that's kind of how it goes down, I guess, I suppose.
Anyways, I'm your host, Logan. This is the anniversary episode of the Milk and Toast podcast.
Yeah, see, you just mad is what the truth really is. So
I get to be mad.
You feel better? Yeah, good for you.
I actually feel pretty good.
Nice. Good for you. Good for you. Glad I was able to get that done.
Fun fact. Last week was technically our anniversary, but it fell before we were done recording. I mean, after we were done recording.
Right.
So this is it. This is the anniversary episode.
Deal.
So shall it be written?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and happy Easter and happy Ramadan and happy Passover to all of y'all out there.
Yeah.
Which is, I think all of those are over by the time this show comes out. But like, probably. I hope you guys had a good one. You know.
Facts.
Yeah. It's not like I didn't post about it. So like, hope you guys had a good time. Did you do anything for Easter?
Easter, maybe,
or any of the holidays?
I only get festive for the ones that I like know about, and the ones that I really like I get real festive for Halloween, but
I hate how you said
Thanksgiving so festive. Yeah.
I only get festive for the ones I know about, as if Easter isn't plastered over every store every year.
Yeah, that did come out like that. That did come out like that. So what I really meant to say is I only get festive for the ones that I really like. Really, really like.
Okay.
And Easter, which is actually technically Ishtar, but you know, we say it Easter. Yeah, like Jesus is, that date probably has, this date on our calendar probably has nothing to do with the actual date when Jesus was resurrected, as does Christmas not have anything to do with his birth. But, you know, symbolically, I can respect all that. But due to the fact that it's like, y'all connected some shit because, like, you know, the Roman Catholic Church was, like, kind of messed up in some ways. Mm-hmm. Now we have Easter. And so that one doesn't necessarily excite me. I respect it. We had the idea to go to the church, you know, the church right by us.
Oh, yeah.
The nice looking church. We had to walk into the cathedral, and then we just all got too lazy. We was all wanting to.
You and your roommates?
Yeah, we was about it. And then I was like, I was like, yo, and I came up and I was, we trying to go? Mind you, we missed service. Mind you, we all missed service. And I didn't realize service was in the morning because we had a night that night. And nobody was getting up.
You didn't realize?
Yeah, no, I mean, I realized. I realized. Well, not Catholic church. And I do realize.
All services in the morning.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. All service in the morning. So I do realize that. But in my head, I was like, yeah, I wonder when the special Easter thing at the church happens, rather than I wonder when the Easter Sunday service happens. So we missed the service, but we was still like, yeah, we could go to the church though and just, you know. But that didn't happen either because we was all just comfortable.
Wow.
You know.
That is. Wow. I didn't do anything for Easter either. I'm not going to lie.
Now, see, shame on you.
Yes, I felt the shame, but I didn't do anything.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Let's get into some stuff.
Yeah, man.
So, like I said, this is the most lackluster anniversary ever. Like, I'm tired, Mitch is tired. We're just like, it's our anniversary.
Oh man, and it makes the most sense. It makes absolutely
because we're tired after a whole
sense.
year.
we're tired. Oh man, and still kicking. Still moving, still going. I mean, I look good. Flossing. No, I'm kidding. That was,
You
I saw you.
Asleep,
yeah,
like
I saw
5
you.
seconds before the show
Yeah,
started.
I know. And that's how, look how amazing I am. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you take that. You take all that.
You need a manager. I'm going to get you a manager. I
don't need anything except myself. Thank God. Yes.
No, yeah. A lot has happened the last couple of weeks because we was in a music video. We went to a birthday party.
Welcome. You're also welcome.
Yeah, shout out to people that respond. Who your friend Dave, right?
Who shared the show?
Yeah. He would. He
and
was
also the music video. Yeah. So shared the show, and then also like was like, "Hey, you want to be in this music video?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, man, do this shit." Good times, wasn't great times. Like, yeah, that's one of my closest. It was him and my other friend who was there, Joe.
It was all right. Yeah, I liked it.
You didn't have fun? I had fun, and there was like
you had a lot of fun. I saw you. You were out there. You had
and so once again with what happened and on that, but like it was none. But anyway, otherwise we had fun. Lots of fun.
As our anniversary episode, let's talk about some moments from the show. Let's do a mini year in review, right?
Okay.
All right. Mitch. Mm-hmm. What's some of your least favorite moments on the show?
Least favorite?
Yeah.
Why'd you start with that?
Because then we could end on a high note.
I do remember, like, I don't remember exactly which early episode it was, but that early episode where we weren't really going anywhere and we were just kind of rude and snapping at each other for no reason.
Which one was that?
A little bit. I can't be exact. I don't remember what we was talking about. But I just know it was early on. Like at least I want to say maybe like 6 or 7. Let me check back.
Nah. What were we talking about? Do you remember?
Of course not.
You're killing me.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I like it. It's like squeezing orange juice from a rock right now.
Don't say that, bro. Come on, man. I'm trying.
Wake up. Jump up. Jump up and down. Let's get you up.
I just know it was an early episode, like 7 or 8 or something.
No, my least favorite episode was episode 2. It still remains. Episode 2 is my least.
Oh shit, that might be it. That was the one where we were like talking about each other a mess. Oh right, is that the one where you started complaining about me and Claire and the genocide?
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was some. Yeah, Logan's all sensitive when you start talking about genocide. He's all like, "Guys, stop!" We're like, "Okay, bro." Yeah.
That episode was such a fucking trying moment for me because, like, not only did we record the episode, but like I had to decide whether or not I was going to even publish it, and it was fucked up
because he's a coward. He's a coward.
No, not because I'm a coward. You genocidal maniac. It's because not only did I have to like record it, I had to like really think about: am I not going to publish my second episode? Am I like? You don't even know how that feels. Like you did one episode, right?
Mm-hmm. I was there for that one.
Now you go to your second episode, and it's like if you don't put it out, it's like you quit. It's like you can't skip a week and be like, oh yeah, we're just like, and so like it was like such a turnaround moment. I had to like actually like grow up and like just edit the messiest parts out, put the show together, and then put it out. And I was like,
should have just left it.
No,
when I think about it in hindsight now, not enough people listen, I think, for it to be such a big deal in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if they were to listen, I feel like people would still enjoy the conversation for what it was, even though some people may or may not be offended. Because we know some people would be offended. We're just assuming they might be. Very possible what we were saying that they could be. But yeah, I don't think it would have been like, especially at that time, because no one was really even listening back then.
The episode's the bane of my existence.
Not exactly. I gotta go listen to that back again, actually.
The audio quality
I saw what he was talking about
is like significantly like improved since then. Like just like learning a lot, having Mitch have an actual microphone.
Yep. I know. Remember we started off with that one.
Yeah.
Ain't that amazing? Have me with no mic. How dare you? I'm the talent.
What?
How dare you? I'm the talent.
I mean, you had like, I don't remember what you were using.
Just my
your
my
regular
camera
mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. You know why that happened like that though? Because you told me you had a mic, and then
I told
buy
you
a
yeah,
mic
but what I meant was the
mad late.
camera mic. So I didn't know what she was, like trying to do. Like, mind you have to understand, I coming into this, I was coming off Zoom readings with a theater group because we were doing Zoom readings online because nobody could go do theater and act. And so it was like, oh yeah, I just need the mic to pick up. I guess it's decent enough. I didn't know what she was going for.
I was going for like a professional sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I know it was on a budget, so I was like, all right, so it can't be that big a deal. And then he was like, oh my God, this is a big deal. And I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, because it sounded horrible. Like, it was
if
bad.
there isn't this bridge. No, I remember. I should go listen to those early episodes and be like, damn, man.
It's hard to listen to. Like,
yeah, but
after episode 6, I think 6 is when you actually get your actual microphone. It's like hard to listen to. For me, at least. It's hard because I notice the difference.
Well, because, I mean, it's still, like, entertaining because we're having good, like, conversations and stuff. But, like, yeah, I remember being like, damn, I ain't got no mic. Is this what it sounds like on my Twitch stream? Fuck, yo.
My thing about the show is, like, there are plenty of moments where I wish that, like, we would look at some of the old topics and, like, revisit them. Like,
no, that's true.
Yeah,
I'm looking at some of them now. It's like, yo,
I wish we would do, or maybe we could do, but like that's something I've always thought about. Is that like I've never liked the topic week by week like structure where it's like you talk about one thing this week, you never talk about it again. You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Which is like I hate and like the fact that we talked about the Will Smith thing for like 2 weeks that one time because like there was so much to say.
That one time, bro, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Shut up.
It was like, I'm just saying, it was literally like 2 weeks ago.
If you could have weed brain, I could have weed brain too.
You don't even smoke.
I'm just
doing it
through osmosis through you.
We're not even in the same space.
I know. That's the other thing. Like people say like, oh wow, you feel like when you listen to the show, you really feel like you're in the room. And I'm like, there's 2 rooms. Like, there's 2 to 3 rooms depending on how many people are on the show.
Yep. Yep. And we're making it work. I just wanna say for the record in the moment that the Milk and Toast podcast is now a testament to consistency and perseverance. And if there's anything I'm going to take away from this, other than my super tired, exhausted, high stupor, is the truth. Consistent and persevering.
I will
Mitchell out.
That is.
And that's what it's all about, folks. That's what everyone always says, even though it's the most annoying shit for us all to hear in the fucking world. Consistency is key. You just got to stay consistent in your business, in your life, in your relationships. And it's true. But annoying. Annoying as fuck. Because it's like, fuck. All this just to maintain. To improve. It just can't happen. Can't just be as natural as I breathe.
I think, yeah, for me, that is like one of the things that for myself and like trying to get other people to like for me, I have my own like struggles with the rate at which things progress about the show, like my own internal like battles about it. Yeah. But then like it's twofold because like at the same time, I know that I have to actually get other people to actually be invested in, like, be like, hey, listen, we're doing good. Hey, listen, more people are paying attention. This is like, you know, what people are saying, blah, 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 blah. You know, this is what the numbers look like. And like getting people invested into like this thing where it's like, oh, like this means something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, that's like, it's hard to be like, you know, hey, I got this idea, let's do it. And then it's like, you go a whole year and then it's like, did we accomplish anything? Like, what happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But like we did accomplish a lot. We got
an entire fucking season.
Yeah, there's like a lot of moments where it's like, was the show gonna go on or not? And we still made it work. You know,
yeah,
for better or worse.
Yes,
you know?
We legit did. I mean, isn't here. Claire's not here now either.
I'm definitely gonna believe that. But,
Sarah jumps in, but she's not here enough. And, you know, can't blame her for that. She's a busy girl. And, you know, she feels certain ways.
You really do like having Sarah on the show.
She has a lot of good things to say. Because she's not like me or you. She's not here to entertain or anything. She doesn't feel as comfortable doing shit like that. She just comes on and speaks some, like, you know, what's really on her heart and tries to be, like, genuine. You know what I'm saying? Not that me and you aren't genuine, but we also, like, kind of come in with, well, we're also like kind of bigger personalities than Sarah in some respects. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, like, you know, she brings that difference. Claire was similar in some capacity, but Claire is also kind of like sick and twisted like us in some ways. Claire, I guess I won't take that away from Sarah. It's just like, I genuinely feel like, because, you know, people are kind of just built certain ways. You know, me, my spirit animal is technically like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You are a Stitch girl.
like bro. Like, I'm a fucking sweetheart, but I'm just ready to destroy the shit out of shit.
There's a type of e-girl that's like, they're like obsessed with Stitch. And like I always see them. Like,
oh, what? Where are those at?
You like those? All right.
I mean, I don't know how they look. How are they like?
They always, okay, I'll describe the e-girl that loves Stitch, the Stitch girl. The Stitch girl is the type of girl that she's probably got dyed hair, like real emo, like emo-ish dyed hair.
Okay, not a problem. You know what? Not a problem.
She's probably about 5'4", 5'5", around those, you know, right, mid-range, weird heights.
What? Wait,
like,
bro. Wait, are you not going to explain?
I'm not done.
Oh my God! Wow.
She's like, she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, but like it's there. But is it like she'll probably wear like too much foundation, but like she doesn't wear any eyeshadow for some reason. Like, you know what I mean? And so like she always has like black painted nails or like purple painted nails, but they're always chipped. No matter like how soon she got them done, like they're just chipped for some reason.
Okay.
She always, when she wears a sweater or any type of clothing, right?
Yes.
It's either oversized or it actually has Stitch on it. And yes, yeah. And
oversized actually a Stitch.
At any other point, like whether it be in person, on her dating profile, or on her social media, she has to mention how much she loves Lilo and Stitch and how much she's Stitch. While, now here's the kicker, embodying no characteristics of Stitch. Like,
I mean, the chip black nail polish, even though he didn't have nail polish. I mean, but you know, like,
Stitch is a demon. This girl,
Stitch is an experimental genomic creature.
Who's a demon.
Who's a demon. But nonetheless,
this person that I am describing will cry on you. Like, they will cry at any type of conflict, really.
Right, yeah. You pull up and start to yell, not even directly at them, just start yelling.
Just start yelling in the room.
They'll be like, oh, shivers my spine, I'm scared.
and then it's over.
Yeah, you know? Then it's over.
That's not Stitch behavior.
No, it's not Stitch behavior at all.
That's not. Yeah, that's you're not Stitch.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all.
They're like, but he's sensitive and say, yeah,
but
he flips. He'll pick up a car and hit you with it. Though.
Exactly.
Like, are you gonna run somebody over with a car? I don't think so.
And you have to be willing to connect with him on a deep level from jump. Otherwise, you don't even get to his sweet side. You're just getting hit with cars. Because, you know, I do what the fuck I want. And if hitting with the car gets you out of my way so I can continue doing what the fuck I want, sorry, you're getting hit with a car today. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so Stitch, my spirit animal. Love that, dude. But yeah, and so, you know, Sarah's like less of that energy because I feel like Claire had a little bit more of that. And Sarah's just like, hey, I just want to talk what's on my mind. And, you know, she's younger than us. So there's also still like a more sense of like purity because, you know, innocence and stuff like that. She's still maturing and like, so kind of, I guess like fresh, you know, younger, fresh. And it's nice to have. I feel like it counterbalances us nice. And then once again, you know, what she brings to the conversation legit be really nice. It'd be a good conversation. Like I'm looking back to it now and we were talking about like romance and stuff. And we talked about what it's like for you guys and brought it up. And then like, and you know, also she's so sweet to me too. So I can't deny I'm probably a little biased, but then, you know, she really helps me feel a little bit better in terms of like my mental health and in terms of like how I just view things. And she's like, yeah, man, don't think that way. Don't like, you know, you don't have to work on necessarily anybody's like time frame or schedule or, you know, conform to the norms and stuff like that, which I know and tell myself. It's just, it's nice when you hear that from someone else who isn't necessarily like you or wishes maybe they could do certain things you do, but they see that and respect it and they like, you know, admit that out loud. That's a good feeling. And like, it made me feel really good. But then still like, yeah, just the conversations were nice as well. We had a good episode that night, you remember? Yeah. It was actually a really good episode. So yeah, man. Like, that was a good episode. So yeah, it'd be nice she was back. And then, of course, it'd be nice if Claire was back. But, you know, it's none of my business, man. So yeah, year-end review was really about Mitch just crying about there not being any more women on the podcast. It's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, sure, I'm Stitch. But, you know, like, you know, should still be women around sometimes.
You are the woman I just described. Like, you
Oh, man, I can't believe I, like, gave you that one. Yeah, but, you know, like I said, you just gotta, you know, get close. And you know what I just noticed as I'm sitting in my apartment?
What?
A fucking sugar fly, right? Just flew past my fucking computer.
Like a little fruit fly?
Yeah, fruit fly. I said sugar fly. A fruit fly.
Yeah, I'm like, what's a sugar fly?
What's a sugar fly? No, you're right. Fruit fly, yeah.
I thought that was some New York shit. I'm like, what's a sugar fly?
Not at all. Just some dumbass shit out my tired ass brain. But yeah,
no,
just
flies
flew
are
by.
trying to come back. Like,
yep, of course. Yeah, soon as it starts getting warm, they're like, we can now we can return from the depths of hell.
Like, what?
Come, children, fly.
Like, go back to where did they go?
Hell.
Yeah.
Or like in the ground or some shit.
In the ground or some shit. They just like,
once everything's melted, they're like, spring. Time to go annoy the shit out of people. Let's get inside their house.
I do enjoy the fact that like it'll be like spring for a week and then they all come out and then they freeze to death the next week because it wasn't really spring. When that happens,
it's great. Yeah.
That's great.
That's spring. Spring, we whipping back. Yeah. Like it's warm. By the way, here's
like,
some wind chill. Wind chill. Wind chill. Wind chill. All of a sudden getting blown apart. And then it just feels a lot colder too. And well, the temp does also drop a little. So, but yeah, it's like, what the fuck, bro?
Anyways, if you had to rate the show over the past year, what would you give it? An honest rating.
Out of...
Let's do 5 stars.
Okay, 5 stars. I would give us a 3.5.
Damn, that's low.
No, not as low as it could be.
Yeah,
exactly. Not as low as it could be. So, like, I would say 4, but like, you know, we're still just doing audio. The content's like 5. But, you know, the podcast as a whole, like, you know, 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right.
You?
That hurt a little bit. No.
Wait, no, bro. You can't just do that.
I can't. I'm the host. I'm the producer. I can't.
Wait, no.
I just make a product here, you know?
Oh, man. Cap out.
Nope.
Bro, what the fuck? What is your rating?
Of the show?
Yes, out of 5.
Like an honest rating?
Yes.
I could do 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could do 4.
And why do you think we deserve 4 out of 5?
Obviously, it's not perfect, but I think, like, obviously,
no, it's not that. It's just the fact you're like, I can give it a 4, and then the first thing that's out your mouth is like, all right, so obviously, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not where it needs to be. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, before, okay, well, all right, well, carry on. Mm-hmm.
For what the show is and what happens on the show and what's said on the show, I think the conversations we have overall, like on average, you know, sometimes they go on a little long, but on average, the conversations, the just the creativity that goes into the show sometimes and things like that keep people engaged and like listening and laughing and learning, I think it's good enough for a 4. Especially at our level.
Okay. The board reviews and says...
So it's like a 3.8 average?
You're full of shit. Yes.
Why is that full of shit? What
I'm kidding, bro. I was just being an asshole. I'm just being an asshole. No, yeah. I respect that. Like 3.5, 4. It's in that range. It's not too far from each other. But yeah, it's just because, you know, and it's up there because that's why I said 3.5 isn't low. Like a 2 is low. Once you get to 2 low, you at a 3, you're at least like, you're doing something. And then 4 is like, all right, you're all right. And then once you actually get that 5, if you get that 5, because you usually get to like 4.8 or whatever, it's 4 point, you know what I'm saying? If you get that 5, we're talking creme de la creme.
Oh, wow.
Content, experience, and like promotion. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what we got to build up to. But my honest review is 3.5, just because, you know, there's still some things we could work on, and in terms between us, in terms of how we want to create the content, in terms of how we shoot it. Like I said, we're still doing mostly audio when we should be doing video. There's a lot of things still to work on. Why should we be
doing video? Video is something we could
I would just say in terms of like podcasts, that's in my head at least, and how it's been looking, what I would aspire for the best to be. Like that would be a part of it. Seeing how, you know, the
millennials,
the people like
see everything with their
connect
eyes
to each other. Yeah, don't be mad about it. Don't be an old man, Logan. You haven't earned that.
I am old.
Nah. You're not Wolverine old.
I'm not Wolverine old? Oh.
Yeah, old man Logan. Yeah, I'm talking about, yeah. You haven't earned that, man. You're an old man, Logan.
Oh,
you haven't suffered enough.
I got to go into my food truck guy's food truck today. It was so awesome.
What?
Yeah, it was great.
What?
I love that shit.
Wait, whoa. I'm sorry. 1, you have a food truck guy. 2,
I probably should edit that out. I don't even know.
You went into his truck?
Yeah. I got a food truck guy.
Where?
By my job.
Really?
Yeah.
You connected with a food truck, not only connected with the food truck guy, which isn't the hard part. That isn't per se the hard part. Not necessarily easy, but as long as you're a decent person, not the hard part.
Right.
Getting into the truck. To me, that's an unbelievable experience. I've never had that happen to me. And I would probably have some friends, you know, New York natives, born and raised, to be like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck? Okay, that's strange. We gotta go vet this man. Where's he from? Like, born here,
he's the
from
one
like
that's
Pakistan?
No, he's the one that's from Serbia. Like he's Serbian, but I think he was born in Romania. I think that's what he told me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's still a New Yorker. Like he's definitely a New Yorker.
No, I want to see his papers.
Talks. No, he like speaks like 5 languages. Like he speaks like Serbian, Romanian, Spanish, English, of course.
Listen, sir. I said I want to see his papers. I want to see his papers. I want to see his food truck handling license.
Nah.
I want to know what his background is and why he felt comfortable letting you do that.
Because I'm like, should I? I just was like thinking about that. I was like,
oh man, I was just trying to have a good time.
In that truck.
Now my food truck guy. Oh well, technically in terms
putting
of
him on blast like that. Like,
yeah.
Like,
now my food truck guy's being. Now my food truck guy is being deported.
Yeah. It's like an episode of Seinfeld. Like
I didn't watch enough Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld's amazing.
That's what everyone says who likes Seinfeld.
Because it's amazing. Have you ever heard somebody say it's not amazing?
Well, uninteresting.
I've never heard anybody say they don't like Seinfeld.
I don't like
That's
Seinfeld.
a testament Just saying. Like, I've heard people say they don't like this show. I've never heard anybody say they don't like Seinfeld.
Maybe that's the problem.
That it's too likable?
No, that they would say they don't like this show, but they would say they like Seinfeld.
Why is that a problem? That's just,
because
quality.
they should like this show more
You're
than
right.
Seinfeld.
You're right. They should like
I'm
this
aware.
show, but like, I get it. It's
More
Seinfeld.
than Seinfeld.
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest. I like Seinfeld more than I like this show.
I'd have to watch more because, once again, I didn't watch stuff like that growing up because I was like, what are the adults doing? Oh, they're doing like work, people stuff. Fuck this, bro. Where's Dragon Ball Z at? I want some fucking Ben 10. Where's Thundercats?
You just like cartoons.
I was a Cartoon Network kid.
But
a lot of kids
like Seinfeld is like a human cartoon.
Nah, it's just real life.
No,
well, I mean, I get what you're saying, though. Yeah. I know, they get into some like ridiculous shit, right? Yeah.
Think about some wild shit right now. Like the fact that like George Costanza, like every time he gets a job, he never knows what the fuck he's doing at that job. And then like they give him the job anyways. And like one time he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And so like instead of doing any work at the job or trying to figure out how the job works, he just falls asleep underneath his desk. Like this is and not only does he fall asleep under his desk, right? He brings, because the show's made in the 90s, he brings like an alarm clock with him to like time out when his boss will be back in the office. So he can wake up. So what happens is one day, because it's an alarm clock, it's not a digital, it's like
it's like it has the thing clock. And like dude.
So what happens is one day while he's not in his office, his boss walks into his office and then it so he hears it ticking, right? And so his boss thinks like somebody's trying to kill George.
Oh,
like it's a bomb threat. He calls in a bomb threat. And so then the bomb squad comes in and George Costanza, his boss, and the bomb squad are watching the robot video. They're watching the robot video.
Oh, they sent a robot in?
Go underneath the desk. And then it pulls out the little alarm clock from underneath the desk. And you see his pillow on the floor. Of where he was sleeping the whole time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds funny. But I was expecting like the boss to come in and see him. Well, no, never mind.
No, it just gets worse. Like that's how Seinfeld is. No matter what the situation is, it just escalates to the end. Like it's like Always Sunny, but like before Always Sunny.
It's Sunny, like, yeah. Okay, yeah. I do like Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny is hilarious.
They're like the same shows, basically. The same type of show.
In terms of the ridiculousness.
Yeah, in terms of the ridiculousness, in terms of like what the characters get into.
Right. Yeah.
And like the fact that all the characters are like horrible people. Yeah.
Right.
It's bad. I think the show that has the worst characters is like as a comedy show is like, but like on purpose, not like worse as in like bad characters, like is Curb Your Enthusiasm, who he used to be like Larry David used to be a producer on Seinfeld, but like Curb Your Enthusiasm, he's a monster. Like he's like a horrible person.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I see. Yeah, I've watched a few.
Just horrible.
My friend was watching it and I saw an episode and I was like, why is this man yelling at people about lines when he was in one line, switched to the other line, and was just mad that line somehow, you know, when you do that, you're like, all right, no, I don't want to be, I'll get another line. And you're like, yeah, this was going faster getting that line.
Yes.
And then the line you got out of speeds up and goes ahead of you.
Yeah.
So that happened to him. He just out here yelling. I was like, bro, how you just, but you know, he's
like
like
everything on that show.
He's old, rich, and white. So he's just all like,
that's
the
show.
What do y'all do? Get the line. That's the show. And I'm like, okay.
And JB Smoove is in that show too. And so JB Smoove is in there shouting and shit and
for no
giving him
reason.
bad advice.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, they are just horrible people. Yeah. Sounds great. Sounds like a great life. That's the problem. Keep glamorizing horrible people.
Yeah.
That is the problem. That is the problem with Hollywood. Like, Yeah, this is how you got to live. This is when you know you've made it. When you
I
can
think
treat
people are
anybody
looking
like
for
shit.
like some type of weird catharsis where they're like, I don't have this much money, but I'm better than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like something like that. I think that's the thing.
You want to know something I almost did today that just came to my mind?
What?
So I was at work, and I brought my charger with me because, like I said, I was late today because I was tired and I woke up late, literally like 15 minutes before I had to be at work, when it takes me like 25 minutes to get there to work. So I bring my charger with me to charge my phone because it's almost dead, and I'm charging my phone. We blah blah blah. We get through work. End of the day, I grab the charger, bring it with me. So as I'm on the train and in between grabbing some food and a few things I need for tomorrow, somehow, some way, I forgot my charger was in my backpack. So I'm getting home and I'm going to plug my phone in, and I'm seeing my charger's not there, and I'm like, fuck. And I get real down mad. I was like, I left my charger at work. I didn't leave my charger at work. But I started putting my jacket on and getting ready to go back out again. And I was literally going to just go.
Right.
I was going to just go to work, be like, yo, where the fuck is my charger? And I was like, and then for whatever reason, the memory popped back into my head and was like, wait a minute, didn't you put it in your backpack? And I was like, shit, am I like modifying my like the memory and just making this shit up? And then I go into my backpack and lo and behold, the charger's there. And I just sit there looking at myself like, bro, you were dead gonna just go all the way back there without even checking first. Because didn't even bother to check first, bro. That's how how tired. Didn't even bother to check first,
you just
bro.
Gonna start some shit.
I was just like, man, like who the fuck
took my charger?
Who the fuck got my charger? Not that I would actually ever do that at work.
They worse than that. You ever? Yeah, I know you wouldn't, but I would because I've done that before. Where like I actually go and start a ruckus about somebody took my shit, and then get back home and found out I took my shit.
Oh no, you're the worst.
And I just never spoke about it again.
Wow.
I'm like saying that like there was something wrong, like something probably like the job gave you or whatever, and then like being mad that like somebody took it and then really you lost it, so then you get the job to get you another one. They're like just so that you can calm down.
Oh well, that's a finesse, but in terms of you yelling at people for no reason,
didn't know it.
Yeah, that's even more of a finesse when you think about it, because it's like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm powerful. Yeah, they fear me.
Well, I wasn't saying all that, but it's just funny. I'm trying to picture you walking in the next day, and everybody's kind of like scared, and you're just like, "Hey, morning, how you guys doing?"
Yeah, that's me.
Like, hey, what's up? Hey, yo, hey, what's up? What's happening? Yo, hope y'all feeling good, man. Y'all need help with anything? No, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah. I'll stay after. No, go ahead. No, get it. I got this.
Mad helpful, hoping nobody knows.
Thanks, yeah, no problem. Hey, Logan, did you ever find that chart? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. All right.
You know what I would say? I wouldn't say, yeah. I would say, nah, man. I don't know who took it. Like,
oh, wow. Even more shit, ladies and gentlemen. He's even more shit. Because rather even trying to give that person the benefit of like, yeah, that was my fault, and some sort of like, closure, he's now chosen to be like, nah, man. And now he's been nice to them, so now they feel even worse. Yes. So now they're like, oh, dang, he didn't need to act like that, but I know it's coming from a place because, he was just upset over the loss. So now Logan's being all nice, and he's like, nah, I didn't find it. And they're like, damn. You're horrible.
Yes.
My man said yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get caught up and be like, oh yeah, I found it. After I just blew up the spot. You look like a crazy person. I am, but like,
I mean,
everybody doesn't need to know it. Like,
I feel that. Yeah. You're like, I can't pull up like that. Because then, so I can even tell you how that conversation is gonna go. Hey guys, I'm sorry. So it turns out I had it the whole time and I just forgot.
Just the fact
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You think it's okay to talk to people the way you did the other day? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's about how the conversation's gonna go. Yeah. Okay, I guess. You're still a horrible person.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. Speaking of horrible people, let's talk about alpha males.
All right. You did bring that shit up. So, we have in our culture this concept of the alpha male. And therefore, due to the concept of the alpha male, something called a beta male, which in truth are just certain traits people have. And because, certain people choose to act one certain way or another, which they should be able to do, since, that's just how humans function in general. But, men are stupid. We have this split where there's this alpha male and there's this beta male. Alpha male being the epitome of what a man is supposed to be in terms of providing and being dominant. Beta male being, not that, and being more passive.
What is a beta male?
Just the males under the alpha male. They listen to the alpha. Yeah, they step in line with the alpha. Yeah, bro, I know, right? See, we laugh now, but that's like woven into our society globally. No. You realize, right?
You know what? It's so dumb.
Isn't it sad?
It's so dumb because there's like so many people who like buy into the whole like I'm an alpha male type thing and I'm not a beta male. And it's like if the math works out that if anybody who's not an alpha male is a beta male, right?
Mm-hmm.
You all can't be alpha males. Like,
how do you know?
Like, you hear what I'm saying?
You don't know, man.
You can't.
Well, everybody can't be. Yeah. And there are more alphas
somebody's
got to
take one for the team.
Did you ever watch Teen Wolf? Because they use, which there I like the term there because it was talking about werewolves and actual pack mentalities.
More fantasy shit, like alpha male.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So it was cool there. But yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, everybody can't. There's like usually one alpha and then like a whole bunch of betas.
You like imagine this. Like some of you real young. Like let's say you're a teenager in your parents' house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get real caught up into like alpha male content on like YouTube and like the interwebs and whatever. And like now you want to be the alpha male, right? But you still live at home with your pops and your mom. Are you gonna come up to your dad and be like, "I'm the alpha male now"? Like, is that what you're gonna do? Like,
I'm the man of the house now, Dad. Gets kicked out.
No, alpha,
proceeds
your way out
to
there,
leave
like.
on the streets. Has no idea how to alpha through homelessness.
Yeah, you don't even know how to do taxes yet. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You're
but
alpha
like,
male.
Yeah, I know. It's just like,
Is it?
I know, bro. It's because it's just so annoying. Because it's like it's such a barbaric concept to have in your mind as a human being. Because it's literally going like, I'm like better than this person because I can do this thing and maybe one or few things, and therefore I'm the alpha. And it's like, nah, a person's just not there yet. But you were able to get there faster or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I'm here. It's me now. It's like, no, you shouldn't be in a position like that. And that's the funny thing because, we get the term from like pack mentality with certain animals, like wolves, for instance. And like the alpha male wolf is just the best like father, basically.
Did you know that
like nurturing and everything?
Did you know? I'm glad you brought that up. Did you know that the scientist who did like the study on like and like drafted up the study that like it was like
would become
animals,
this
like certain animals like wolves and lions have like alphas
and like pack stuff?
Yeah. Like the person who drew that study up even admitted that he was wrong and that shit doesn't exist in the wild. Yeah. That shit it's not even real. It's not
okay, wait. Because like the concept
alphaism isn't real.
But animals, especially the males, have that dominance concept. They fight and try to
They have social orders, but that's not how it works.
That's just not how it works.
Nope.
All right. Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit? So now niggas just really made up some shit for no fucking reason.
Yeah. And people just running with it, making money off of nerds that, that's the other thing.
Who think, yeah, I know. That's the real truth. Humanity.
Like the whole concept of like being an alpha male is only popular because it comes from people who, if I was going to be the most compassionate I can be, I know we have our jokes about the thing. It comes from people who feel like they lack like any type of control or power in their own lives. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they want, like, you look for what you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you look for what you think you lack, what you think you need. And you see like let's say you don't have any women in your life, or like you don't have a real job, or like you don't have any money. Like you see these guys, right? They go to the gym all day, so they look ripped and shit. They're able to pay enough money to come on screen with them, so it looks like they have a bunch of women. You know what I mean? And you see them around a bunch of women. You see they got money. You see they got like a car or so that you might have put in the YouTube video or whatever. They look like how you think you want to look. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You think that if your life went well, that's how you would look. And it's a fantasy. Like, that's a fantasy. You're fantasizing about being something that you're not, right? So the whole thing is a lie. Like, the whole thing is based on a fantasy. And it comes from just being, wow. It comes from just being like Rick from Rick and Morty. It comes from just being fucking like afraid and insecure about your environment and your world.
Yeah.
And like, it just leads people into some dark places. Like, this is where like we get like this idea of like being a simp and everything. Because it's like, if you don't follow the cult of whatever the alpha male is, you're a simp. Like, if like you call like an alpha male like misogynistic, or you say like, hey, you shouldn't talk to women like that or treat women like that, he's like, why are you being a simp? And like the people who follow him will be like, why are you being a simp? And it's like, all I said was I want to spend time with my wife. Like, be like, what?
Which is crazy, because it's funny because that isn't even what a simp's supposed to be. Like, that's you actually wanting to. Yeah, I know. That's anyway. Yeah. Yo, it really is some bullshit. Like, it's really saddening.
Fun, but to me, it's funny. Like, whenever I see it happen, I think it's the funniest shit. Not because I think the person is a simp, but because I think that like, here's a man looking at another man and saying that because this man sides with women more, or he enjoys the company of women more than he enjoys the company of men more, there's a problem with that. Like, this man is looking at another man and he's like, nah, you should want to be with the men. Fuck her. Like, and then if you say like, so like, is there any women around where you got? We don't need them. And like, it's like, okay, but I think we should be nice to some women and like let them in, so it's not just men in here. Fucking simp. Like, it's like, like, this sounds a little homoerotic after a while. Like, this just sounds like you just want to like.
A little bit of it is.
Yeah, it's just like, all right. Has anybody got anything they want to say, like, about
or anything they want to put in any places? I didn't say that.
Yeah, right.
But
anybody got any carrots?
Oh my god! Like, a little bit of it is that, because it's like, men have trouble sometimes being more in touch with their emotional side and being more secure with that, and it's like, if you just want to be around men,
say that.
That's okay. Yeah, just say that. You don't even, it doesn't have to be gay. Like, if you just like the company of men and that's what you prefer, okay, say that. You ain't got to be all like
hating on women.
Like, I'm not like that. Like, pussy. Yeah, I just don't think, they're important for anything else other than that. It's like, okay, well, now you're a piece of shit. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you? Think about it. Feel that out. If you're actually feeling anything at all, feel that you feel like a good person. We know you don't.
Nah.
We know you don't.
Nah.
But you could lie to yourself as much as you want. Just don't try to lie to me, because I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
The thing is, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Like,
I'm gonna tell you about yourself, and we're gonna have a wonderful conversation. You might even try to fight me, and then, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say a good 8 out of 10 times, you're probably gonna wish you didn't. Maybe there's that 2 out of 10 where it's gonna be where it was easy for you somehow. And at this point in my life, I don't know how it'd be easy for anyone unless you're legit like professional fighter, and you would at least have a good a full 200 pounds on me and move really well. And that's the only way it'd be easy if that was gonna be easy for you. Otherwise, a good 8 out of 10 times, you probably gonna wish you didn't fight me. And along with that 8, a good 6 or 7 out of 10 times, I'm probably whooping your ass anyway. So, really, was it worth it? Really?
There's just got to be some type of prescription for men who feel so insecure that they need to follow the most brolic dude they can find. They just because think about it. You went and you looked for another man so you could feel safe. That doesn't say anything to you. I mean, I'm not even literally. I'm not even trying to be funny, but
I know,
that's what happened. You saw
what's wrong
a big
with that?
man, you saw a big strong man, and you say he makes me feel safe. He make me feel like I'm okay, and that could be okay. But you didn't even listen to you just needed and now you're calling yourself an alpha.
Where you're trying to bring it is funny, because I was like, well, that is the problem, because if that is what makes you feel comfortable, there should be no shame in that. It's the problem that it's really just the rhetoric, I guess, and just how there's some hypocrisy going on here somewhere, and that's the real problem. And we need to get to that. That's the real problem.
Places.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you saying, you the man, but to you, it looks like he's the man.
Yes.
So you sure? You sure you want to talk about it?
Listen, maybe we should think about that. Are you really who you think you are right now?
Yeah, think about it, man.
And so, this is where I lead us. Because if you're not, this is what I want you to think about. Did he really help you?
Or did you help yourself?
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
If you're following this dude around just because he's big and you think he gets women, which you've never seen him with, and you don't ever increase your quota, and now you're kind of big, but you're not as big as him, did he help you? That's what I want to know. The answer could be yes. I don't know. But
for some, yeah, maybe. If they're lucky.
For some, maybe.
Maybe a 2 percentile.
But does sitting there thinking women are the enemy 24/7 and just being angry. You know what I mean? Just being angry at dudes just because they don't do the same
Alpha
shit
male,
you do.
Bro.
I thought the concept of being an alpha is you the one on top.
Well, it's a dominance thing, yeah.
Right. If you the one on top, you the one. You didn't look around when you went to the alpha convention and thought
and
that
realize
we're all the betas because he's the one that's on stage talking to us. Thank you.
No, I don't think that registers, truth be told, because they're all supposed to be alphas. He's just the alpha they're listening to at the time. He's the prime. He's alpha prime. He's alpha prime.
You imagine having an alpha convention? You invited. How do you invite all the alphas? Doesn't your status change?
You just
when
hear
you're
the call from alpha prime.
But no, I'm saying don't your status change when you're in the room with certain people? Doesn't the ranking change then?
I imagine 5 alphas walk into a room. They're all trying to figure out who's on top, only to realize they're all on bottom.
It's that. It isn't the
Even the
military.
one on top.
You're describing a social hierarchy.
Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of the premise, kind of the point. I don't think the execution's there, but not even that they're really trying as hard as they could be. But you know, humanity, men. What are you gonna do? And it's just funny because, you know, the alpha concept doesn't extend to women.
No, women do that shit too.
I know they do it. I know they do it, but you don't hear that term as often, though. You always hear it, but alpha woman, you don't really get into that much.
No, because women...
Oh, you got it. Hushing the cat. Hushing the cat.
Yeah, I had to mute myself. Anyways, but like women, it's not that like they don't have it. It's just that not a lot of women buy in. There's not a large market for that shit.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like,
yeah, no, that's fair.
Like, what do they need it for? I'm
don't.
an alpha woman. What do I need to be that for? But because there's beta women, and then like if you're an alpha woman, you get to lead. The beta, I don't have time for this. Like, it's just like, like she's like, lead who? Like, this is.
Well, wait, whoa. Are you saying
I'm not saying that women don't want to lead.
Yeah,
but I'm saying because women take care of shit like all the time. Like you're giving her more people to take care of.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, like.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Like that shit is only appealing to people who don't take care of anything already.
Other than barely themselves.
Barely themselves. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus, bro. Anyway, the rhetoric's horrible. The concept also horrible. What it manifests in people
is really
horrible.
Bad.
You know what I mean? Like, and the things that those men are aspiring to, they could do without ascribing to that and being toxic. Why are you toxic? You're toxic. It is hypocritical to think you're somehow the dominant man while being toxic at the same time. You're not. You're now just a despot or despot.
Because a lot of them like are taught that like, you know, you got to be like the asshole. This is the only thing that women like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like the conversation we had last week about the, like, you know, about expensive women and stuff. It's like, no, if you like that type of woman, that's what that type of woman likes. Yeah. But you can't chase, like a lot of people, like they chase after women because they have a certain look to them. But like, do you even like that certain look? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you like somebody who's like leggy and blonde?
Doing it for the
like,
status.
how do you know? Like, you've never introspected into yourself about what you actually like. You just like follow behind other men about what they like. Now you're fucking a girl that you don't like. It's like, what are you doing? Like, why? Because somebody else, like, what if you like, I think about that. Like, the men who like big women, right? But like now they feel so insecure that they have to impress other men about what they like. They only like fuck a certain type of woman that's like maybe a skinny blonde or some shit like that. And they don't even like skinny blondes. So now you're just fucking this girl for like 8 months that you don't like. And then you wonder why you hate her at the end of it. It's like, come on.
You didn't even try.
Didn't even try.
You didn't even actually try.
You didn't even like her.
Yeah.
you just having sex with this person because your friend likes her. You should like at that point just fuck your friend. like he controls your dick that much. Like just fuck him.
What's that movie? It's like Ben Affleck. I forget the rest. What's his name? Jay and Silent Bob's in it.
Oh,
losing someone. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Finding Amy.
Movie. Finding Amy. Wait. Was it Finding Amy?
Yeah.
The one where the dude, Ben Affleck's character, wants to get with the girl, but she's had a promiscuous, like, sexual promiscuous. Yeah, cool. Yeah. It's like that.
I've read the description of that movie. I haven't actually seen it. I just read the description. I always see it on like HBO, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch this.
Wait, was it? Let me check. Let me double check because I want to make sure. Because like I forgot why I brought that up.
Ben Affleck didn't always used to be the actor he is now.
Nope, not at all.
So like watching a movie that had Ben Affleck in it before like 2005 is not usually what I want to do. When did that
one series? What was it? Argo, yeah.
That's when it like started. That's like when he started getting good. Like,
yeah. And I was like, what?
Yeah, like people saw him in Argo, and they're like, "Are we gonna watch this?" Like even then, they was like
No,
they had to
it's
be
not
told.
Finding Amy.
It's not. What is it? Mallrats? I know it's too many. Like,
It's Chasing Amy.
oh, it's Chasing Amy. Yeah. So I was familiar.
Yep,
What about
Chasing
that
Amy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember why I brought it up. I just remember. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, what the fuck did I bring that up for? And I couldn't remember. But now I'm thinking about the movie.
Top quad.
Because you were talking about, yo, go fuck your friend.
Yeah.
And in the movie, like, so what happens is like the lead character, Ben, likes her, but like it's getting in the way of the friendship. So the friend's like, yo, what the fuck? And so they have a black gay friend. I forget that actor's name because he played the shit out of that role. It was hilarious. Who's like, yo, dude, your friend's obviously into you. Like obviously gay. And he's like the beta dude. And he had some fair conversation points, but he's like the beta dude, like, yeah, I'm the alpha male and this is how it is. But like you're always with him and now he likes this girl and you for some reason think there's a problem and like she's getting in the way. But now he works with him too. And so they're comic book writers and he's an illustrator for him. And so like he was like, if she's getting in the way. Jason, was it? That might have been his name. The dude,
the dude from My Name is Earl.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
It was Jason Lee. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he played. Yeah, they both did a good job. And then I forgot what the lead actress's name was because I'm just horrible. But I didn't even remember Jason Lee. Her. So yeah, I bet you don't remember her, bro. That's the problem with you, man.
No, I just saw their faces on like the movie poster.
Yeah. Joey Lauren Adams, who I don't really remember from anything else personally.
Let's see.
But she was in other stuff, right?
No.
Oh yeah, she was in Big Daddy. Yeah.
Oh shit, she
Dazed
was.
and Confused. Yeah, she was. I just remember too. I was like, what? Yeah, the breakup. Good for you, Joey. Joey Lauren Adams. Yeah,
wow,
but
she
like
was in some stuff.
So Jason Lee's character. So eventually Ben Affleck comes up to the both of them because he's finding it hard to deal with her. Because, he's trying to, figure out what's going on with him. And then he's like, all right, so I don't know what's going on. But one of the issues he has with her is that when she was like in high school or something, she had like a threesome, like a raunchy, nasty threesome. And so he was like, yo. And so he's being all like insecure about her sexual promiscuity. And he's all like, I don't know if you did this. And so he's like, all right, so I feel as if the three of us should have sex. And Jason Lee's like about to go through with it. And then the girl's like, no, we're not fucking doing this. You're fucking an idiot, fucking Ben. And then Jason is like, oh my God, thanks. But there was a part of him that was into it. And then at the end of the movie, after they split, like Ben Affleck's character comes up, because Jason Lee's character made his own comic book. So Ben comes up and is like, hey man. And Jason just looks at him like, hey bro. And he walks away and he's just looking after him like shit. And it's it's like, bro, it's like a little bit like that. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? Why don't you just be real what you feeling, bro?
Yeah, for real. Like just
which is really like
just one fuck your mans.
If that's what you want. And don't be ashamed about it. You ain't gotta be in the closet about it, bro. It's a new world. Live your life how you want to live it. No shame. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, that's what you want. But don't be out here all frustrated and fucking with an entire margin of the human race because you don't know how to deal with fucking you.
That's a hard racket. I was just thinking about that, what you just said there, because it's like you're already frustrated and you're frustrated about your own life. So you looking for guidance in the place that is like just anti you. Because like, what if you do like men and now you're trying to be like this in the closet, like alpha person, and you're just like, you've been you know what I mean?
You ever see that?
That's a bad way to be.
You ever see that meme? It's like it has Arthur from the show Arthur, like eating like a piece of cake, and it's like Arthur, anti-LGBTQ pastor. and then on the cake's written cock when no one's looking. Don't be the anti-LGBTQ pastor, bro. Just be yourself. And if that isn't you, okay, cool. Work out how you can, build your relationship with yourself and women in a healthy way rather than like being a toxic asshole because you think that works. What, right. You think I'm not upset about toxic bullshit working and toxic niggas getting laid when I deserve it all?
There's nothing to be upset about that.
Fuck all that. You could be all high road. I'm not upset about that shit. I'm being upset about that shit. Why would you be upset
about that?
Because fuck them. I think fuck both of them. But I'm not mad or judging. I'm not mad. Hear me out. I'm not mad or judging anybody. Obviously I'm envious. So I'm not mad or judging anybody. Well, no, I'm sorry. I am mad.
Fuck both of them.
I am mad, but I'm not shaming or judging anybody. I'm not shaming or judging anybody. It's just, but in a serious note, like, it is bothersome because it doesn't engender you wanting to do the right thing. And that's how we get involved with this mess in the first place. Other than the fact that men are just insecure. Because now you have one dude who's like, I barely know how to deal with myself. And then he sees some fucking Limp Biscuit bitch asshole, like somehow doing the things he wants to do. And now all of a sudden, that somehow gets into his brain on how he needs to act. After all, little boys are children who learn from the people around them. And look how much we have going around in our society.
Dude's got to stop that.
It's not. And the worst part is when I say that, because we're talking about this subject, so I say like that, but
because like sex isn't a reward. It's like something you do. You both had sex. You both.
So how is it not a reward?
What? You just
sex
broke,
isn't rewarding.
You just broke my brain for like 5 seconds there. Like it's just like.
No, I don't know. Like sex isn't rewarding to you? I feel like. Well, I mean, not in the like trophy sense in terms of like, oh, I'm winning this and I'm objectifying someone. Just like you don't find any. I guess maybe it's the difference between like reward and fulfillment, because you won't say it's a reward, but you'd say it's fulfilling. Would you say it's fulfilling? I'm asking now.
I hate how you guys like find like little ways to try to ask me about myself.
Oh, nah. Don't see. Look at your beta male ass. You better look at the conversation we just had.
I care about being called a beta male.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure like, you don't. But look at what you just did.
Okay with me.
My man needed to state out loud.
Be the beta male.
My man stated out loud. Oh, I can't believe you guys are always doing this random stuff to make me talk about myself. Mm-hmm. Why are you guys always doing that? Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk about myself, okay? Except I'm about to talk about myself right now because I've actually been wanting to talk about myself. I just don't know how. It's
not that sex isn't fulfilling. It's that it's not a reward. It's like you. How could it be a reward? It's not like you're getting gifted sex. Like
sometimes you get gifted sex.
Yes. But like
this is why I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. You're trying to make a point, and I'm being an asshole. Okay, all right. Yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like somebody could give you like I don't even know. How would it be a reward? How could it give me a gift?
Girlfriend.
I don't like getting like for my birthday. I don't like getting sex as a gift for my birthday.
Okay, no, that's your personal preference. That's fine.
No, I'm just saying, like for me, like sex is not a gift. Like, don't just come up with just pussy and then think like I'm good for my birthday. Like you didn't give me at least a card. Like what the fuck is this?
We've been fucking for 2 years.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Which is all that birthday? Really is, bro. It's the difference between like when you first meet someone and like after.
Like, what do you mean? I don't mind a birthday that includes sex.
Of course not. Yeah, I bet not.
But like no, like sometimes that'd be like you took me out or something, like you did something special for my birthday.
Oh, you want to be wined and dined before you fuck.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Like all right. No, I get that. Yeah. No, facts. Yeah. Give me some rose petals across the bed. Damn, girl. It's like you don't even love me no more.
you think it's a game, Mitch, but yeah.
No, funny enough, I don't. I'm not like that personally. Sadly, in some regards, but I'm not like that.
I like, spruce it up a little bit. Like put some effort. Like, yeah.
I feel you're right. There's a double standard there.
Like foreign concept to men. You know what I mean?
So in some, because you're right, but it's just like, in some regards, I feel like we're kind of simple creatures to start, and then the culture builds us up to allow us to just live in that simplicity. And it's like, nah. you should like care about yourself and find the intricate ways of how you function and what you need to like feel good about yourself. But that's not something we do. So it's like, so for me, it's like, I'm the dude who'd be like fine with that because like every time you would allow me, like that to me is a gift. Like, while you don't have to do that, I've somehow like gotten to your good graces enough for you to do that with me. So that is how I personally feel. So I'd be fine with that.
But like,
then again,
like
I haven't been in like a
long-term
relationship.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So like, but the way I think
even
now,
like on a one night basis, like you both.
No, that's how I think. But the way I think now in terms of how I would act if I was in a relationship is that like that would still be like how I felt, even though the feeling isn't exactly new. Because, you know, I wanted you like that badly in the first place. But nonetheless, I know what you mean as well, where it's just like, yo, but still, do you even care anymore?
Yeah, and like I'm a person too. Like,
damn it. I mean, yes, I know I have an 8-inch black cock, but goddamn, woman.
That's the sound in my head on the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Like...
I'm sorry. And see, I didn't have to say black cock, didn't I? But I was like, yeah, I gotta. Yeah, wrong time to insert pride. Yeah,
fetishize yourself for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. Why you had to fetishize yourself on the show, man? You think that's cool, bro? You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry about that. So just me and my humongous dong. That's all you want me for, woman? You know, I had to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to be proper.
You could tell you're single.
Mm-hmm. This is how I live. This is how I live, baby.
Oh my God. But all right. I mean, there's a conversation one day about like, you know, whether or not like sex is like, because I think we get very caught up with, we don't get caught up with whether or not somebody can please a woman based off of like whether or not a woman is pleased, but whether or not you have the status of like being like, oh yeah, I did that. And like, you know what I mean? It's like, it has nothing to do with like whether or not you can actually have, like, that's why I don't like the idea that like sex is a reward. Is like, is it like somebody can have sex with you, but is it good? It doesn't automatically, like, just because you have sex with a woman doesn't automatically mean like, or anybody really, doesn't mean like the sex is going to be good. So like sex can't be a reward if it's like a random thing out of like,
depends
like
on
a
the
flip
woman,
of a coin type shit. Like I can't.
Depends on the woman you're with that you're attracted to.
I'm a hoe. Like, you can tell. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like I would rather
a little bit too much.
I would rather a woman that could like fuck really well, but like there's also just the appreciation I have for like certain, you know, shapes of women that I'm attracted to. Like even that's just enough for me. I'm like the fact, yo, I could touch and
you're
feel
just happy to be there.
Straight up. Like for real. And this is what I'm saying. That may just be the difference between me and you, but like for real, and if I'm really feeling you and like you allowed me to even touch you, to feel you, to be inside you of all things, to grab you in places you wouldn't let other people grab, like, thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Because I know you don't have to do that, and I appreciate it. You don't have to do that. You don't. I got here somehow. God bless you. Thank you. Hope I can come again. No. Double entendre.
Oh, no. Thank you. You don't have to do that. That is crazy.
Well, wait. So why you laugh at that as if that's untrue?
Wait, you don't have to do that?
Yeah. You make it sound as if that's
because
like
you make it sound
untrue.
Like she wouldn't want to.
I mean, that's actually a fair point. That's actually a fair point.
It's like she's there for a reason.
Yeah, but she still doesn't have to.
You don't have to either.
No, I have to.
That's gross. Okay, we gotta move on.
Oh man, bro.
Mitch, would you call yourself an independent thinker?
Yeah. Wait, but how long? Because
I love asking y'all questions because you'd be like, yeah, wait.
No, that's not what I was doing. I was asking for time because that's all.
We're still good. We're still good.
I think we're over.
They're not over. I know. You got a little bit. just a little bit more.
Yeah, I bet.
I've made a meme already about you, about like every time we finish up, we're like, "Can I go home?" Like I just haven't like sent it out yet.
Put it out. No, I'm not, dude. Like,
I'm gonna put it in the group chat.
Just dragging me back. But am I an independent thinker? Mostly yes, but I don't think people live in 100% mind frame like that because just of how much influence there is around you. Like, because to be a full-on independent thinker is to, well, maybe that's taking it too far. But
yeah, what would you call like an independent? Like, what makes somebody an independent thinker?
You fully have your own thoughts on a certain subject, your own genuine, original thoughts on something without influence from somebody else or something.
Is that possible?
That's what because you said independent thinker, so that's what I was saying. I don't think it's possible for 100%, but like maybe it's not meant to be that way. But if we're being more like realistic, it's like, all right, so you've heard about something and obviously people are influencing you, but what do you come up on your own? Do you choose to come up with things on your own? Do you actually like to think? Some people, as funny as this will sound, but some people do just like fit into the kind of sheepish mindset and just go along with what people have told them, what ways in life they've been directed without actually ever thinking about what they really truly want. That's why some people in life end up unsatisfied. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't always work out well. For the record, being an independent thinker may not always engender positive results for you. That's not the point though. That's just life. Because I mean, imagine being a trust fund baby and like maybe you're not as happy as you should be, but you know, you still had like 500 million in the bank while you was 2. And that's how you grew up. So, but it's like, so if you're an independent thinker, you're having your own conversation with yourself on what you think about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
is that a valuable thing?
To actually have your own perspective? I think so. Yes. Because it's one thing to be in agreement with a crowd. It's another thing to just be falling into a crowd and doing whatever they say. That's dangerous. And that's why independent thinking is important. Because what's up?
Go ahead, keep going.
No, I was just saying it's one thing if like you think let me use a negative example actually. It's one thing if you think conversion camps are what you should do to gay people because that's for whatever reason, whatever gross thought you're doing. It's another thing if you just fall into that because now you're helping those horrible people rather than thinking about the situation critically for yourself and like recognizing the humanity in somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's one thing if, you know, let's say you want to save the whales. Let's do something like that now. And it's one thing if you agree with that, you got the heart to want to do that. It's another thing if you just fall in and all of a sudden you're half-assed about it. And during the process, you somehow hurt a whale. Now, that's also just a metaphor for like when you don't know what you're really doing, sometimes you'll end up hurting other people rather than helping them, which to me is the point of being an independent thinker. Like the full actual point, like actually know for yourself what you're talking about so you can actually really be somewhere and really be committed or just end up actually getting in the way.
What would you say?
That's my thoughts on it.
What would you say are like the limits of it?
Mostly what I brought up in terms of how like, you know, what idea is new under the sun to truly have like a full independence in terms of your thought process. It's kind of difficult, but otherwise it's just like if you're an independent thinker, which can be a good thing, but you're also just kind of like lazy and unmotivated as an individual, it doesn't necessarily do anything. And sometimes you'll just be an asshole who knows a whole bunch of shit but don't do nothing.
Yeah.
For real. And
no, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And those are the like real limits to me, just like, because it's really just you limiting yourself at the end of the day. But like, yeah, when you're not thinking your own thoughts, and here's the other thing, you're easily controlled. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure if I
Agree with that? If you're not an independent thinker?
Yeah.
I think so. Because if you're not, and if someone tells you to do something, and for whatever reason, you've had a blind trust built into you, for instance, and you're just like, nope, I just listened to that person because, I can trust them. They said it's like this. That's the only way it is. So when you get to a point where there's the potential to hurt someone else, you're going to be, because you don't independently think, you're going to be like, oh, they said to do this, and just do it. And all of a sudden you've hurt someone.
Yeah. But I've had not trouble, not even struggles. Like, I think for me, when I listen, this is why I wanted to bring it up, is that I wanted to hear your perspective on it first, because I knew you was going to have like a good perspective and something to say. And you're pretty logical about the whole thing anyways, And a lot of what you say makes sense. But like, I feel like that's like the pitch when it comes to independent thinking too. Like you don't want to be controlled by somebody else. You want to be able to think for yourself, which are good things, But also, like, for me, what tends to be the problem about it is that I look at a lot of people who call themselves independent thinkers, and then they don't really make anything original or new, or like they don't really add
in terms of like
to the
creative
world.
Process. I wouldn't, because that's even harder. But carry on, because creative process is a little different. But
Sorry.
Continue. No, continue though. But I would say because creative process is different. That's a whole nother thing. But it's hard to get that fresh. But in terms of the independent thinking, keep going. And like, because they don't, want to bring anything new. I feel you on some capacity. Well,
Which
do you want
makes
me
me
to speak
question.
to that?
Well, dude, it just makes me question how far independent thinking like takes you when you call yourself an independent thinker if you're not contributing or making anything new. Like, and then like for a long time, I'm watching like Kanye talk about how much of an independent thinker he is, but he's got a MAGA hat on. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whole ideology that you're wearing on top of your head.
And he did it with no cares, but he didn't actually care about how it looked politically. So,
but just because you don't care how something looks doesn't mean you're doing it independently. It just, not really, because if you're falling behind a crowd that does something, you're just not caring that what somebody thinks about that crowd and what somebody thinks about you in that crowd.
Here's the thing about that. So, especially with the example of him, it's like, because sure, there's that, you have the entire thing, but you know what you're doing and you got involved for your own particular reasons. That's what you chose, because you weren't following it. After all, this is Kanye after all. So you weren't following it because you actually care about Donald Trump. You weren't following it because you actually care about Republicans or their political ideology or any of the things that they're trying to pass. From what I saw, at least, you were there. To me, honestly, it seemed as like a publicity stunt. Also, while trying to, because Kanye, he wants to be everywhere. He's like, oh, if it's Donald Trump, fuck, that ain't even a president. That's a celebrity. I could mooch in with that dude. And so you go ahead and, because you don't care what anybody else thinks. So I don't know if I'd say that's the best example, because it's almost, despite how wild and crazy it is, almost a treatise on exactly how independent thinking works. Because he didn't care about anybody else's viewpoints. He did exactly what he wanted to do. And that's the thought process he went about. The fact that you didn't like it is absolutely understandable, because you're also an independent thinker. You're going to go, oh, Kanye fans like, yeah, Kanye, you like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? Is no one thinking about this? Also independent thinking.
No, but I don't think too much about the fact that I don't like it.
Well, no, I'm not saying, I'm just saying like, in terms like of, I'm not like calling you out for that and saying you're not, but it's like, that is you also independent thinking if you're like, I don't like it, you know what I'm saying? It's just for him in that example, even still that to that degree, I know, and the way you brought it up was good, because you were like, you have someone's entire other ideology there, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
There's an entire piece of ideology on your head. You didn't care about that? And Kanye's answer to you, nah. I had my own specific reasons for doing this. That was my thought process. I committed to that and did it. Yeah,
so
I know that one you don't like, huh?
No, I'm asking, no, I'm with you. I'm saying that you're saying that in the case of Kanye, it's not that he's actually like a Trump supporter, but that in some type of cynical way, he uses supporting Trump for like his own like celebrity status
or whatever. Logan,
or whatever
and here's
thing
one
he's
way.
Trying to do.
Isn't this so funny how not serious either? In any case, how not serious the both of us don't take Donald Trump or Kanye West. Because my question to you simply for this is, if you could be friends with the president and therefore reap the benefits that comes from being friends with the president, wouldn't you be? Or would you not be? Because that is your choice.
It depends on who the president is.
It depends on who the president is, yes.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
And so no for Kanye as well, because he was like, oh, Donald Trump's president. I could get in with Donald Trump. I probably couldn't talk to Barack as well on certain things, but I could go be ridiculous and play a part of the spectacle with Donald Trump now, can I? Isn't that crazy though?
No, I get what you're saying. Like, to me, like what you're saying is compelling. The only things that like kind of give me pause about it is the fact that Kanye is a very political person.
No, like, yeah, we all do make political statements, and
Kanye has been political like forever. Like,
but like he kind of switches. I don't know, because he kind of switches to whatever he wants, right?
No, he's pretty like he started out as a conscious rapper. You know, like he's not like Fetty Wap. Like he
now. Well, okay, let me not say he's not
like
conscious,
the Kendrick to Fetty Wap scale. Like he's more Kendrick than he's Fetty Wap. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Kendrick to Fetty Wap. Yeah. Oh, quote of the day.
Thank you.
Quote of the day on the Kendrick to Fetty Wap scale. Like how conscious are you?
Yes.
Oh man. Okay. No. All right. So fair statement.
So that's what I mean. It's like, I'm not removing that type of cynicism probably existed for him. And I get what you're saying by him being an independent thinker in that way, is that like, you know, because he's playing his own game, like it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks about how he plays the game. That's how he's going to play the game.
To me, that's legit what happened. And even in the case of the political thing, though.
But the other problem I have with that is that, like, even in the case of somebody doing that, like, you're still using somebody's ideology to do that. So it's like, it's not like you decided to do like politics, but you decided to do them in a way where you're not using anybody's like platform or whatever. You're still using somebody else's platform, even if you're just mooching off the fame of it. Like, he still chose Donald Trump and Make America Great Again and all this and all the bullshit that came with Donald Trump to press his message, to act like he's uber conservative and say, like, you know, I thought slavery was a choice, and like all this bullshit that came with it.
Oh no, but he did that before too. And
no, the slavery was a choice. What do you mean he did that before?
It wasn't like that was before he did the MAGA hat thing, like literally, as I remember, like direct, almost, I don't want to say almost directly.
He did that at TMZ, but he did do that after he had supported Donald Trump already. Like, he had he was already like MAGA Kanye. Like, he just wasn't wearing a hat, like, you know, all the time.
He was already MAGA Kanye.
Yeah.
Oh man, but
it's like a Dragon Ball Z character, right? It's like
MAGA Kanye.
MAGA Kanye.
MAGA Kanye. Anyway, that's so funny, bro. But
I'm saying, it's like, if you're using this is what I mean. I get the cynicism, and I get like somebody say like, well, I don't really believe in this shit, but like, there's certain things that like if I use Nazism, right? And I say, well, I don't really believe in Nazism, but I'm going to use Nazism to like further my career. you're still a Nazi. Like, you know what I mean? I can't, like, you can't separate it like that. You can't be like, well, I just like wearing the swastika, but like, I'm not really down with being like, it's like, no, you're a Nazi.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. But if you for some reason, I don't know why, but if you chose Nazism without the influence of other Nazis somehow, which would be very strange.
That's what
How do
I'm
you
saying.
do that? Yeah,
you can't
right.
do that.
Well, not if you read and already know what the symbol means. Because if there's no one around you being like, "Hey, man, come join Nazis," and you're just like,
cool symbol. You like this at some point as a person that has sentience and like has a brain. At some point or another, you can't join a group and then not have any type of have that influence of that group on you in some way, capacity, shape, or form. It's impossible. Like that's how you get a Kanye that goes from George Bush doesn't like black people in the middle of Katrina to Kanye that's like he watches like Donald Trump do like 3-pointers with paper towels in Puerto Rico, doesn't say anything about it, and then is like, I think slavery was a choice. Like, you know, like that's how you get there. Like that's like, it's not like, I think that's what the biggest bullshit is about it when he's like, I'm just thinking for myself. It's like, yeah, you probably think you using that for yourself, but like you're still using the same language, the same words, you're still using all this shit that comes along with the shit that you say that you don't believe in, but you're using your mouth to promote it.
Probably.
So it's like, how, like, even the I get, like, you have a strong point when you say like that's like he's independently thinking because he doesn't really believe in it, but then like,
well, more because those were his choices.
Yeah,
like his choices with no influence because he's powerful of a figure, so it's like who's really influencing you?
Yeah,
was the basic point.
So it's like, yeah, it's like how much of it is like you just like. I feel like a lot of the time, like Azalea Banks did the same thing, and
like a Trump move.
Yeah, she was with Trump way before Kanye even came out with Trump, and like Azalea Banks did the same thing, and she's like another person that like tries to like, you know, just get attention and everything. So it could be like that too. But like, it's just like whenever, like, I think we was talking about Black Republicans earlier. I don't know if it was in the other clip or whatever that got scrubbed or not. But like, you was like, you can't just like down on Black Republicans whenever you see one or whatever. And it's like, I feel like every time like a Black Republican comes out, they're like, you can't get mad because I think differently than you. And it's like, nobody gets mad at anybody because you think differently. It's because your actions and your thoughts have consequences, and the consequences of your actions and thoughts have led us to a place where people are being harmed. Like, people are being harmed in reality. Like, the world is like in danger, and you don't give a fuck because like it benefits you for it to be this way, you know, or you think it does, you know. It might be affecting you negatively too. Like, I was thinking about that the other day, like people like Candace Owens and stuff. Like, people like Candace Owens or like Clarence Thomas and like people like that, like they hate white people more than I think liberal Black people hate white people. I
think so too.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah.
But it's so funny how just, oh man, it's so funny.
Like how they put the minstrel show on anyways. Like,
yeah.
Like, when you look at like the character like Samuel Jackson played in Django Unchained, that dude hates white people. Like, he goes around and he like cries because Candy gets shot and stuff. Yeah, Snowball. Like,
his name was Snowball?
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you thought he hated white people?
He does.
So he just loved Massa? He hated white people?
No, not even that. Like,
are you talking about the weird mental gymnastics it takes to be a Black slave? Black
coon? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yes. That's what we're talking. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Is that like you can find shelter in the thing you hate. You know what I mean? like you can find shelter in like that's why he has such a strong reaction to Django when he sees Django on top of the horse, because black people aren't supposed to be on top of the horse. Black people aren't supposed to ride horses, you know?
Right.
So like here's somebody who's able to express their freedom in the face of all these white people, and his anger is amplified by that, because it's like, why do you get to do that when I have never been able to do that my whole life, and I've been serving these white people like this my whole life. I've been doing everything they say, so I don't get the brunt of the punishment. And I've worked my way up to the point that I've worked it up to where I can like tell Master where he's bugging sometimes, and like not really get too much of a backlash about it. Mm-hmm. But here you're on top of a horse. Like, I hate these dudes, and they would never let me be on top of a horse, and I do everything they say. You know how frustrating that would be, that you do everything you say, everything that the person who you hate the most says. Like, you do everything that they wanted, and you still don't achieve what other like black people who do like completely defy that achieve, because they just fucking love themselves. I mean, there's a lot of anger there. Like, there's a lot of anger there. Like, yeah, he does. Like, he probably hates Candy more than Django does. He hates more than the German guy does. He hates the dude the most, I think, in my opinion. Like, that was my film analysis. He hates him more than anything. And his like service to him, even when the dude gets shot, it's like, is he mad that he got shot because he's dead, or is he mad because like all that hard work and like his meal ticket's gone? Like, if Trump died, like what does Candace Owens do? Like, who does she find to like trumpet her bullshit? Like,
I'm not going to say I'm stumped. I'm just thinking. I'm like,
yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Well, when we think about it in the concept of the meal ticket, some valid points being made.
Because all like Uncle Tom and all that is just you looking for. It's your recognition that racism does exist, even though they parrot all the time that it doesn't, because that's what makes white people feel good and you know, exalt them. Right. But like, it is the ultimate realization that racism exists. And so why don't I be the one that feeds into it so that I can find shelter in the shadow of it? You know what I mean? It's like the hope. Yeah, it's like the hope of finding shelter away from like its retaliation towards you by being like submissive to it and parrot and trumpeting it. You know what I mean?
We've gotten to a place now.
Yeah, I see it on your face.
We've gotten to a place, which is good. It's like poetry a little bit in terms of the explanation. No, that was nice. Okay. I could see that. That. No, it does make sense in some capacity. Like, this is now just a mechanism of survival to the best sense that I think, for me, at least.
Yes.
Because they can provide the most, and if they're willing to give, then I should be willing to do whatever.
Have you ever talked to like a real life Uncle Tom? Like somebody who just like throws away all their blackness so that they can just like please white people?
I don't chill around Uncle Ruckus.
I don't say I'm chilling, but they exist in our world. Like, they are there. Okay. They are out in the world. I'm just saying, have you ever interacted with one like in real life? No. Well, I have. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, I have. I know people like that. Like, I grew up in the South. Like, I know people like that.
I did
so it's
too.
Like, and I always saw that for what it was. It's like, it's grimy, it's nasty, but you doing that because you're scared.
Yeah, no, that I can agree with without everything else. That I knew. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no reason to be like, oh, racism doesn't exist. I'm okay. Like, it's like so hard, like to do that so hard to the fact that like you're willing to sacrifice somebody else's safety because of it. You know, like you can look at me and then you be like, if I say racism doesn't exist and I make him look crazy about it, like I don't care what they do to him about it. Like, damn, because you're scared too.
Mm-hmm.
And you're scared of whatever they might do to me that they're going to do to you if you don't be like, oh no, he thinks you guys are all racist and blah, blah, blah. Like, you're going to be like their attack dog. Like,
mm-hmm. Like Tucker Freeman. Well, the story Uncle Ruckus told, not the story that Granddad told, but like Tucker Freeman, or no, I'm sorry, Ketcher Freeman. The story that Uncle Ruckus told was like he was some wild, crazy, powerful slave who they kept on the train, but he could like, he moved like the quick, he was like animalistic almost and just like running about, acting crazy, but just there for immediate use. Loved catching niggas that escaped. And like they were just keeping him on the chain and it made him happy and all that, bro. Yeah. And then Granddad's story made him like anime Samuel Jackson Nat Turner. Basically. Like Shaft Samuel Jackson, not like, you know, the Django Samuel.
Exactly.
Like, but Shaft Samuel Jackson. It was like that dude anime-esque. And then Nat Turner. Like we freeing all the slaves. And I'm in a tree. I jumped to this tree from the ground and then swung across a rope and then shot a nigga in the chest with my gun after I put the machete away. Was Granddad's story of Ketcher Freeman. So like, no, but I've never met a person like that in real life.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not the most fun experience.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
no, I'm good. I'm good.
It's not the fun position they put you in. Cause you're just like, what? You know what I noticed though? They were more willing to sell out online than in person.
Well, it's easier online.
I know, but it's just crazy that that's the way they decided to do it. The person I'm thinking of, like they were more willing to do that than to like. I think it's sad, but like I just thought about that. Like it was like that was more their shit. Anyways. That we'll talk about that more some other time.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's time to wrap it up. It's time to.
I didn't like that she did it like that, so don't do that again.
Sorry.
It's all
Mitch, you have anything you want to leave the people with today?
Alpha males aren't real. Neither are beta males. Like straight up, let's get that out the way first. Either you real or you not, and that's all that really means. But all the other bullshit that comes with it, someone telling you how you should act, that's all bullshit. Either you real or you not. Be your real self. End of discussion. And think for yourself as well, which ties back into the first one. Because if you was doing that in the first place, you wouldn't have had this fucking problem in the first place. So, think for yourself, really think for yourself. Be careful of what you're thinking because it's not exactly, it's not always the safest space sometimes. But think for yourself. And happy anniversary to us.
Yeah.
April 21st, right after 420 is when we did the show. Happy anniversary to the Milk and Toast podcast. This is episode, 47?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Episode 47, 3 away from 50. We've been here for a while.
That's great.
Once again, I said this before. I don't know if you guys heard it, but the Milk and Toast podcast is now a treatise on consistency and perseverance. And I hope we continue to stay consistent and persevere. Happy anniversary to us.
I love that word treatise because it's such a nice word. And for the longest time, I'm going to make a confession. For the longest time, it's one of those words where I pretended I know what it meant. And I've gotten away with it for quite some time without actually ever looking it up. And I still haven't.
Well, you don't have to look it up. You just context clues for...
I really could not figure it out.
No, all right. Cool.
Like that was I am super good at context clues, but for some reason that one just like fuzzles like my brain for some reason. Like I don't know what the fuck that means. Like
it's just a fancy word for like prominent example.
Oh wow.
Really like that's...
I said an essay and you said an example. Like that is two different things.
Technically, so like because you might write out a treat because you like it is agreement. It is also an agreement when you think about it in terms of like a political landscape.
Not an essay.
Like it's yeah. Well, so you write out agreements though.
Yes.
So you know like because treaty. If you go down the line, you have to write. Yeah, still not an essay.
No,
still not an essay. So that's how I'm trying. Like,
thank you for trying.
I am like
trying to help me out
because you can use it in the terms of like litigation almost, but then you could also just use it to mean like a prominent example of. You know what I mean? And so you know. For the most part, that's how I use it. And context clues, bro. All right. Well, you want me to look it up now? See what we could actually.
No.
Let's
keep this idiot.
You close
rolling.
The show out. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to us.
Yeah, I would just like to say, yeah, like Mitch said, stop with all the alpha beta bullshit. Like, you can't be in a room with 50 alphas. One of y'all's like 49 of you are the beta. Like, and you guys got to figure out who's the alpha. Like, if this is a real thing, like, if it's a real shit.
Logan,
like,
it is an essay.
It is? No shit.
A written work dealing formally and systematically with the subject. And I just use it metaphorically.
I am so loved by God.
Had your back this time.
Yes, he did. Like, don't worry, I got you. Changed the whole dictionary and everything. Just
damn, that boy's about to ruin his life. Hold up. Angel, go ahead, send that down there. Yeah.
He must really need me to do some shit. I don't know what it could be, but he must really need it.
But like I was saying, like agreements, they be written out. So that's why it's
there you go.
There we are. Look at you.
Accidentally smart.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yes, exactly. Stop with all the alpha bullshit. Stop with all the calling dudes a simp when just like there's like just stop. I can't even go into it. I don't want to go into it.
It's okay to be nice to women.
It's okay to be nice to women. I get it. Not all women are nice. Some women are mean. I get that, but at the same time, it's okay to be nice to people, and it's okay to be nice to women. Yeah. Like, we don't have to call people simps just because they decided that, you know, they didn't want to hang out with you today. Like,
yeah, makes sense. Don't
get all homoerotic on us, or if that's what you want. But be honest. You know,
not honest with. Well, you could be honest with me, but just don't be like, homoerotic with your dick.
Like, don't like.
Okay,
come on.
I'm just gonna be like, nah, I'm good, thanks. You mind not? Yeah,
right. Like,
and if you continue, I guess then we'll have an issue. But like, you know, honesty first.
He's trying to break you down.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man. Yeah, like you know. All of a sudden, we're here 20 minutes into the walk, and it's like, okay, bro.
Listen, I know you said
I sat here 20 minutes and heard you literally harass me to suck my dick. Like, could you just... like, I feel like I'm going to have to file a restraining order, bro. Like, what do you...
That shouldn't be funny, but like a dude trying to break another dude's down.
Well, I mean, in the sense that we made it is kind of like, imagine that walk and imagine the dude who didn't just immediately... Because imagine the way that conversation usually is going to go, because I'm just nice. The way that conversation is going to go is like, hey, yo, I want to suck your dick. Nah, dude, I'm okay. That's, you know, I'm not into that. But, you know, I think I'm flattered. Really like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, walking. And, you know, we're supposed to be friends. Like, come on, man. You never just thought about, like, you know, me, you know, your dick, my mouth. Like, nah, bro. Like,
that's one thing I didn't think about.
I didn't. I mean, but come on, like, really? Like, you know, you might enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm good, man. No, but come on. Come on. I'll give you $500. What? Oh, what? Yeah, I'll give you $500 right now. You need 1,000?
That's three away from rent.
So, I mean, okay, so no shame in that. Logan would obviously let a man suck his dick for some rent money. And this is New York City, so ain't no shame in that. Ain't no shame in that. I'm personally still good, but like, hey, ain't no shame in that, yo. Just ain't no shame in that. I'm sorry. We were getting out of here. You should continue what you were saying. Sorry. Sorry, my fault.
I'm imagining like the guy on Spider-Man, like rent, like
rent.
You said rent.
It's like fuck. All right, money. You just got away from Tony, and then the landlord's like rent, and you're like,
oh fuck.
All right. Hey, you still down? Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Just have my fucking money ready.
I guess what we try to say is be yourself. Be comfortable with being yourself. You know, you don't have to like get all brolic, you know, to live your life. Stop worrying about whether or not you're an independent thinker or not. Just think. How about that? Like, you don't have to worry about whether or not your thoughts they're in your head. Like, who else's thoughts are they? Like, that's the other thing I didn't get into. But like, really. Like, is that what you're worried about? Whether or not your thoughts are your own thoughts while you're thinking them?
Some people are, and they don't even know they are that way.
They're not. You're not. I promise you, those are your thoughts. Even if you read it in a book, it's fine. It's okay.
Well, philosophically speaking, my good man, which I'm not going to do.
I would like to say thank you to everybody who listens to the show. Thank you to all of our friends and family who support us.
Your family supports you?
Huh?
Your family supports you? Well, I mean, your mother, rest in peace, of course. I know that.
Well, yeah. Like,
that's nice.
Part of the reason I have a show is because of her. So, yeah, that was very helpful. So, like, shout out to my mom again.
Yeah, man. She was a big part of this. Still a big part of this.
Yeah. It's crazy to think of. Not. This show has endured a whole year of our nonsense.
And New York City. Brooklyn.
And, yeah, that's crazy, right? Mm-hmm. It's endured a move to New York City. It's endured people coming and going on the show. It's endured
literal COVID.
It's endured a pandemic. Mm-hmm. This show has endured a lot. And I am thankful and I am grateful for it. It's even endured the process that it took to like come out in the first place, like all 5 years of that process. So like,
talk your shit.
Yeah, it's like 1 year for you guys, 6 for me. Like it's it's a lot. This is
you got to fail a few times before you succeed. Sometimes.
Yeah, you got the fucking thing is, like, we make fun of, like, how the audio was in the beginning. Like, this show the audio could have been a lot worse. Like, when I first started to try to, like, put the show together, I was going to do it on, like, the Anchor app, which is an app, like, you put on your phone, like, you can make a podcast. And no shade on anybody who uses that. That's a great thing if you need to learn how to first start a podcast. It's not really for people who've made a podcast, but you can distribute on there if you want, but it's just not like, if you're past the starter stage, it's not for you, right? But like the audio, like they say you can use that app to just record right off your phone. Like, could you, like, using our phones, like, to record this shit would have sounded like we were talking in a tin can. Like,
yeah, let's not do that.
We got actual microphones and stuff. Like, it was a process to get here, and it was a process to do this. And just like if you have any type of creative pursuits out there, it's a process to get that done. I know how hard it is to do that. And when you finish it, and even if you don't finish it, like, just even getting halfway can be a lot sometimes.
But do that shit.
Yes, for real. And I feel like, you know, in the spirit of me having like an anniversary on the show, and Mitch having an anniversary on the show, and everybody who was a part of the show having the anniversary of the show. Like, I want to pass that spirit on to people that, you know, that you can do your creative pursuits as well. Even if I never make another show again, like a meteor falls on my head for some reason. It's like, and God's like, nope, you get 1 year. Like, at least I got that. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it. Don't worry about what other people think, what other people say. Don't worry about what other people can think you can do. Just do it. Don't worry about that. Just do it. All right? Just do what you got to do. I love you guys. I don't really have anything much to say beyond that. Like, thank you for listening to the show for this long. Thank you for sharing the show for the people that share this show. Like, thank you for sharing it. Thank you for the people who like the show, the people who give it good reviews. Thank you to everybody who just interacts with the show, who subscribes to the show, so you can like get the little alert every Sunday when it comes out, that like you get the alert on Spotify or Apple or wherever it is.
Subscribed? Good for us.
I know I'm subscribed, so I know when it comes out. So even though I put it out, but I know like you process it, but it doesn't come out till like 15 minutes later. And then I watch the thing pop up. It's the best thing for me. Like watching Spotify pop up and say a new episode is out is like, there's something about that for me. Right. Like, no, it's just, it's just, it's nice. And so like, if you want to feel like that too, hit the little subscribe button, you know, hit the like and subscribe button. But like, anyways, thank you. This is me like getting off my soapbox and finally like, you know, saying congratulations to us for 1 year. We made it without killing each other. You know, nobody died. It's great.
Nobody was trying to kill anybody except for maybe you.
Yeah, I do that every once in a while. But, you know, we got through that. We even got through that. We got through my homicidal tendencies. So, Mitch, say bye to the people, Mitch. I forgot he did that in the beginning.
Until another year.
That does not inspire confidence for the next year. Like, it just like after all I said, like I'm not thrilled. Anyways, this has been episode 47 of the Milk and Toast podcast, and 1 year of the Milk and Toast podcast. Woo!
I'll go to sleep.
I am your host, Logan.